What is up, guys? Sophia here, and I am back with another video. If you are new to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can stay updated on all of my content. And also don't forget to check the description box because I always put a lot of stuff in there. For this video specifically, you may want to check out my book for single women where I talk about relationship stuff, and you can get that in the description box because what we are going to be talking about is something that I like to talk about, and that is Married at First Sight, and it is going to be Katina and her husband, O. So during this process, a few of y'all commented and asked me if I was going to talk about them, and y'all know that I was, so I'm sorry that I'm late getting to it, but here it is now. So honestly speaking, O is a very typical man with deep-rooted insecurities, but he wants to appear masculine, right? And that is really what O is. So if you are not familiar with Married at First Sight, what it was about was that there was these moments where O and Katina would literally click and they would seem wonderful. And then there was these moments where O would become very insecure and very explosive and start making these unrealistic demands on his wife, and it left the viewers confused as to where his head was at. And honestly speaking, it might have left y'all confused on where his head was at, because a lot of men do this because it is rooted in insecurity and self-sabotage. So let me explain. I actually talked about the manipulation tactics that men like O use in one of my other videos that I'm going to actually link down below. But one of the things on why it's rooted in fear is because O is a type of person who outwardly wants to give the appearance of being confident, but inwardly he has insecurity. The main insecurity for men like him is that when they fall in love with a woman, instead of them just fully falling in love with a woman, they have this deep-rooted fear that the woman is going to see their imperfections and see their flaws and leave them for whatever reason. And so because they have that fear, they normally start acting out of that fear, and the result of that is self-sabotage. So what does that look like? The first is these manipulation tactics. And one of the manipulation tactics that is very common for men like him is to keep the woman that they're with jumping through unrealistic hoops. Now let me show you some examples of what I'm talking about.
I have achieved big things where I bought a home on my own. I paid off my student loans. I don't have these problems anymore. And you're still working on those things. And there's nothing wrong. You're bettering yourself. I care for you so much, but it bothers me because I don't know where you stand. I have to see what you picked up. What does my wife is she a fast learner?
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm woman enough. Like, I'm not doing that.
No, you don't need to. You don't need to.
Okay, so this is something that O continually mentioned time and time again about Katina's cooking, about her doing this. But pay attention to the second thing that he says, and that is that he tries to elevate and put himself on a pedestal to say, well, I did this, but you're not there. See, what that does is it keeps her jumping through hoops by trying to put himself way up there and making her think that she's subpar, because if she's so busy jumping through hoops and thinking that he is the best thing since sliced bread because he has X and she doesn't, then she is always going to be operating from a place of inferiority, and she's always going to be trying to please him. Katina, personally, I love her. I think that she was very calm, and I also think that she addressed it in a very direct way. I think a lot of people kind of was like, oh, she's just letting him stomp all over her. But at the end of the day, she was very responsible. This is her husband. Katina never pulled herself in a way that, to me, disrespected herself. She did say what she was and wasn't willing to do, but that was the reasoning behind what he was doing and what he was saying is because he always thought, like, if I prod you, if I tell you you're not woman enough, if you need to cook better, if you need to be a better wife, then I will keep you so focused on being a better woman for me that it will distract you from the flaws or the perceived flaws that O has. I don't know what they are, but they are, because this is rooted from an insecurity that he has. It's like he feels, okay, it will keep you from seeing my deep-rooted insecurities if you always feel like you have to beg for my attention. But the reason for that is because he truly loves her, and instead of him just doing that, he just wants to start putting her in a position where she feels like she has to vie for her love because men like him feel like that's the only way that they could get reciprocal love. And that's a very flawed way of thinking, but that is the mentality behind what he was doing. The next one is that he rejects her first from keeping himself from being rejected. Now, as decision day came around, this is something that you continuously see O does.
How would you feel you ended up single tomorrow?
I would be sad. I didn't sign up for this to get a divorce. How would you feel?
You gotta remember that this was part of the process. You knew that this is the chance that we take. And if you was in love, I feel like you still should think about your future and think about, is this right?
And it confuses the mess out of Katina because you can see that she loves him, that they have a connection, but he keeps on with these manipulation tactics with, instead of him just saying, I want to be married to you and I hope you wanted to be married to me, say yes on decision day. He's taking the indirect route by saying, oh, well, maybe you should, like insinuating, well, do what's best for you because I'm going to do what's best for me. And maybe I would divorce you, because really what, once again, this is rooted in, it's rooted in the fact that if Katina was to say no on decision day, then he would say, well, yeah, I understood the reason why she said no because she had school, or the reason why she said no is because of this, or the reason why she said no is because of that. It was like a way to automatically save face because in case that he rejected him. And this is what, even as a professional, I don't understand about O. Or even men who do this, right? Because at the end of the day, the stress that he was putting her through was a lot, is what was pushing her away, right? Like a lot of men feel like, well, I'm going to push you away first before you reject me, but not understanding that pushing her away was stressing her out. And you could really see it, because the crazy thing that the experts kept missing this, which was crazy, is that they kept trying to make it seem like, well, you're telling, Katina to do this, and this, and this, but it wasn't about what he wanted her to do. It was the fact that he was going to come up with unreasonable demands for her to do these things in order to keep her always trying to please him, because that's the way that he feels that he can keep people. If you're always trying to please me, if you're always trying to make me happy, if you're always trying to be a better wife, and I just tell you these things and you're always striving for perfection that doesn't exist. And I actually do believe Dr. Viviana did say that at the end of the day, that he just comes up with things once she tries, because Katina did try anything he came up with. She was like, I'll do this, I'll try. But every time she tried, her efforts weren't noticed, but instead he would say, well, that's not good enough, right? And so what that means is that I'm rejecting you because if you reject me, then I can always revert back to, well, she couldn't cook or she couldn't do this well enough. When realistically speaking, it was never about any of that. He was just trying to find reasons of what her most vulnerable flaws were and pick at them. So, because she can cook, that's what she said. Maybe she's not the absolute best cook. So he found that as a flaw, and he wanted to exacerbate that to make it bigger than what it is, in the case that Katina got fed up with him and rejected him. But really that was a defense mechanism saying like, well, I don't want to be hurt, so I'm going to hurt you first. And then if you hurt me, I could just say, okay, fine. Well, no sweat off my back because everybody saw how I hurt you. But that's a really bad way to go about love, because that's not how love operates. You don't hurt people to protect yourself from getting hurt, because what you're doing is you're inflicting hurt first. And I believe that this caused a lot of damage to their relationship. Now, they did end up staying together, spoiler alert, because I do think that Katina, the connection that they had outside of the camera probably did give her some comfort, in the sense that she was like, I have to be strong with the connection. But it was these moments that you really saw her like struggling to even understand what he is about, which is going to bring me to the next thing, is that he gaslights the issue. So there was a specific issue where they were doing 100% fine. Everything was okay. O went through his wife's phone, and apparently he saw a dating app. Now,
I noticed today on my way here that bothers me. It makes me question, is this marriage somewhat real? If you want me to bring it up, I'll bring it up right to this table right now.
No, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, what a normal, responsible man, especially someone is your husband, would say, especially on Married at First Sight, like y'all just got married, right? Would be to ask, what is this? But instead of doing that, it comes from the reject first to get from being rejected. He blew the situation up more than what it needed to be. He then embarrassed her in front of everyone, and she had no idea what he was talking about. And then when she tried to pull him, when she actually did talk to him in public, instead of him accepting responsibility that his insecurities was acting up and he probably didn't handle it in the best way, he practically accused her of something. And then that's when Katina did blow up.
Why do you have that?
This is old.
It doesn't matter. Why do you have that?
I don't have a profile. This is old. There was a dating app in my phone. That app has probably been there for a couple years. I literally forgot that it was even there.
You can roll your eyes.
I'm rolling my eyes because you're yelling
but
at
it's
me.
okay. It's okay.
That's why I'm rolling my eyes.
Then we don't need to talk.
Because it is, for women, you cannot constantly accuse women and constantly put them in the state of you're always wrong and you need to prove and you need to vie for my love and putting them down. We're going to snap, right? But really, this was gaslighting the issue, because the issue is he wants to find something wrong to make it seem like she is the issue. So in case she rejects him, he can point to all of these things. When in this specific instance, this really could have been nipped in the bud had he just asked his wife, why do you have a dating app on your phone? And had he would have asked that, he would have clearly found out that she had it before they got married and she hadn't logged into it in an entire year and she forgot the app was on her phone. And then she went so far as to actually go in there and show him that. So it wasn't an issue. But see, you understand how he makes an issue out of something that is not an issue. And then he does a public display of this to point her as the problem, even as you see her react like, I don't know what you're talking about, right? He paints her as the problem because it all stems from, if this person that I love, because a lot of the times when people fall so deeply in love with somebody, they reject them because if their efforts are not returned, it can crush them. So they feel like, well, I'm going to hide this and I'm going to like make issues instead. And so this is what we see him doing time and time again. And I feel like that he is very lucky that Katina chose to stay with him, because even he was using sex as a manipulation factor. So they actually did not have sex during their entire time. She wanted to have sex. He did not.
And you feel good. That means we got some chemistry. We got some chemistry.
But we already knew that.
Yeah, but now we're really testing it. Like, I know when she says she felt a little razzle.
He kept making it seem like, oh, it's an intimacy thing and I don't do that. I think because he was already in love with her, he knew that sex would, strengthen that bond. And because he didn't for sure knew that she was going to stay with him on decision day, he wasn't willing to emotionally put himself in that position. And so therefore, instead of admitting that and having that conversation with her, instead what he turned around and did is he used sex as manipulation and made it seem like, oh, we see each other naked, we do this, that, and the third, but we're not having sex. When realistically speaking, you're very attracted to her because whilst are you touching her and whilst are you naked? But you don't want to do that because you don't want to do it for your own sake, but you're making it seem like, well, she's the one asking me for sex, when really you want to have sex, but you just don't want to be emotionally connected to her in that way until you find out what her decision is. And that was confirmed for me when they actually did consummate their marriage right after decision day. They went home and consummated their marriage because to him, that was like, okay, well, she chose to stay married to me. Now I don't have anything else to fear. So now I can go ahead and be nicer and I can go ahead and, sleep with my wife, which is a very toxic way of functioning. I don't want y'all to think that just because I'm explaining it and it might make sense like how I'm explaining it, that this means that men need to function like this. No, it means that men need to get over their insecurities, because he really could have lost a very good and patient woman with this nonsense, and especially since she said that she had relationships like this in the past. And so as you can see, as the show progresses, you can see the stress all over Katina's face, and it is very lucky, honestly, that she chose to stay with them. But I also feel like that's why that their relationship has strengthened now that the cameras has turned off, because it's no longer that pressure of everybody's looking at me and everybody can judge either my success or my failure based on, my wife choosing me or not. And even though that's not the case, subconsciously, that is what was going on with him, so much so that I don't even think that he realized how stressful and how much stress he was putting on the marriage, but it was because he was trying to protect himself in the case that she rejected him. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys another day, another time. Bye, y'all.
Not ready for the show to end? It doesn't have to. You can head over to my site where you can read hundreds of articles. And also you can feel free to shop my store where I have all of my products for sale. And last but not least, for even more video content, feel free to visit my YouTube channel where I talk about a wide array of content. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, stay blessed.